Hi, in this video I'm going to talk about the exams that you're going to take in my theoretical courses. All theoretical courses have got the same exam format. So where you see these, so I'm talking about these first things first, how we are teaching and learning processes are. So maybe you have watched these videos which are related with teaching platforms, and these videos, this too, is related with the learning platforms. You need uh, these explanation while you are learning yourself. And now this video, which is going to come just underneath here, related with the exams. So I would like to explain to you the exams that you're going to take in my course. Where you see all these exams, if you go to the home page, on the home page you're going to see the exams that you're going to take. So the total number of exams that you're going to take is just 4. You might consider this midterm 1 and 2 just one midterm exam. Why is that? Because one part of it is test exam on kids. The other part is the written exam. So 2 of them is just one midterm exam you might consider. And if you look at the last 2, so these exams are going to be taken, the first and second exams are going to be taken same week in the middle of the semester. That is week 8. So these subjects related that you have seen up to week 8 are going to be seen in these exams. The last 2 exams, if you look at the third one, you're going to take it in the last week of the semester. It is a CATS exam, and then you're going to take the final written exam in the final exam period. So you might consider the third and fourth exam as the final exam. So the third exam might be considered as first part of your final exam. So these are the total exams that you're going to take. So why there are so many different exams? Because while you are studying a subject, any chapter or any learning outcome, we offer you self-test and the peer assignments. If you studied all these self-tests properly, so the score that you're going to get from these midterm 1 and midterm 3 is going to be very good, because these are very similar to the self-test that you have studied already. The midterm 2 and the final exam, these are the written exams, and they are very similar to the peer assignments that you have done while you're studying all this course. So there is one-to-one relation between your learning platform studies and the exams. Learning platform scores does not directly affect your term scores, but these exams scores directly affects your term score. These are the weights of these scores. But what we could see at that stage is this: if you study self-tests and the peer assignments, so you're going to get high scores in these exams. Right. What else? So all the time the scores are out of 100. Once you get the score out of 100, you can find the letter score related to this one. If your score is in between 92 and 100, so the letter score that you're going to get is going to be A. So you can expect a score out of 100 and transfer it to your letter score by looking at this table. The other places that you could see the exams is this calendar. When you see the calendar, when you see this calendar, the red ones here, this tells you which date that you're going to exam that exam. For example, if I click on this one in the middle, so you see it says midterm 2 written exam. It's going to be 1st of November, isn't it? That's October, so that's going to be the November. So if you go to next one, for example, that is November 1st. You're going to take this exam, so you could see it. When you click on it, there's some information. When you click on this, there's more information. If you click once more, you can get more information related to this exam. These are the exam-related explanations that I would like to tell you. So conclusion that you're going to get out of this explanation is this. So you are studying self-test and pre-assignments. That means you are studying, let's say, chapter 3. That means if your scores are good, you learned learning outcome 3, studying the chapter 3. If you consider you studied all these chapters, that means you learned all the learning outcomes. That means you reached your objective. Also, me, myself, reached my objective. At the beginning, I said, I'm going to teach you these learning outcomes, and you said you're going to learn these learning outcomes. So both sides will be satisfied in the end. If you learned all of them, say you have done your job. If I taught them to you properly, I have done my job. So that's the end of this video then.